Iran's Revolutionary Guard, which appears to control decisions over the Strait of Hormuz, says the commercial passage remains closed just days before the temporary ceasefire between Iran and the US ends. Contradicting a statement from the Iranian foreign minister on Friday that the strait was open in a corridor coordinated by Iran, the IRGC said on Saturday that it had, quote, reverted to its previous state of strict military control while the US blockade of Iranian ports continues. At the scene, Euronews correspondent Toby Gregory explains the global impact of shutting down such an important strategic bottleneck.
This passage is just 30 kilometres wide at its narrowest, yet around 20% of the world's oil and gas flows through it. There is no margin for error here. Negotiations have stalled, and as diplomacy slows, pressure on the water is increasing. Because what happens here will not stay here. The consequences will move through energy markets, through supply chains, and into the economies.
Israeli forces have accused Hezbollah of violating the temporary ceasefire after militants crossed what they call a yellow line in southern Lebanon. In a statement, the military said the soldiers approached Israeli forces in a way that posed, quote, an immediate threat, and that actions were taken in self-defense. Hezbollah has condemned the IDF's actions, accusing Israel of violating the 10-day ceasefire agreement. Also on Saturday, a French UN peacekeeper was killed and 3 others wounded in an attack on UNIFIL forces in Lebanon. French President Emmanuel Macron says everything points to Hezbollah as responsible and is demanding arrests. Lebanon's Prime Minister has ordered an immediate investigation, and Hezbollah ally Navi Berri has condemned the deadly attack.
Moscow launched a total of 236 drones in early Sunday attacks on Ukraine, its armed forces said. In the northern Ukrainian city of Chernihiv, a drone strike killed at least 1 boy and injured 4 others. The strike hit residential buildings and an educational facility. In the southern city of Kherson, a 56-year-old man was killed after a strike hit his car, according to regional officials. Firefighters also tackled widespread fires. In the region of Sumy, the town of Shostka came under attack and homes were targeted. Over in Russia, on Sunday, Ukraine hit a drone factory in the city of Taganrog, Ukraine's general staff reported. Russia's regional governor of Rostov said 3 people had been injured. On Saturday, Ukraine targeted industrial areas in Novokibishevsk and Syzran in Russia's Samara region, officials said. A maternity ward in Novokibishevsk was also hit by a drone, but no injuries were reported, according to local authorities.
Bulgarians are voting today in their 8th election in just 5 years, and this time there are signs the country may finally be ready for change. Former President Rumen Radev is the frontrunner, leading a new anti-corruption bloc called Progressive Bulgaria. He stepped down from the presidency in January to lead the movement, which is polling at around 35%, and has promised to dismantle what he calls an oligarch system. In terms of EU policy, Radev opposes sending arms to Ukraine, seeking closer ties with the Kremlin. His main opponent is longtime leader Boyko Borisov of the pro-European GERB party, likely to come in at around 20% of the vote. Election turnout has been dismal in recent years, but participation is expected to surge today, with more than 3.3 million people forecast to cast their ballots, according to the Bulgarian research firm Alpha Research. Polls close at 8 p.m. local time, with preliminary results expected on Monday.